I'm gonna walk you through the 3 reasons that you absolutely have to be marketing your contracting business online. From pretty much, it should have been done years ago, but if not, starting today, and then you're gonna have to be doing all this through the end of time, or at least until the internet goes away, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. So we'll walk you through diversity, leverage, and finally social proof. Here we go. 1, diversity. What do we mean by diversity when it comes to marketing? It's you need to be everywhere. Right now, about 80% of contracting companies and construction companies' leads are referrals and word of mouth, which is awesome, right? Because let's think about your referrals when they come in. It's somebody who most likely used you already, said, hey, you should use them. They're really good. If you're a more expensive contractor, you're like, hey, they're a bit pricier. This is what I pay, but they're worth it. So the referral or the referrer, they're doing your dirty work for you, right? Which is awesome because now this lead comes in, they know that you do great work, they have a third-party testimonial from their friend who they trust, and they know that you're more expensive, right? So why would you not just go through referrals and only do that? Because the world's changing, right? You don't go, and if you need like a new dentist, you move to a new city and you need to find a dentist, you don't blast out to everyone saying, hey, who's a good dentist? You know, like in text message, you do it online. You do a Google search. You go into Facebook local groups or Nextdoor, that app, and you say, I need a good dentist. And that is how it's done. You're still asking for referrals, but you're doing it online. And then as soon as somebody says, oh, you want a dentist, go to Logan's dentist shop up the road. Then what do as a consumer? I'm gonna look you up on Google, look at your reviews. I'm gonna check out your social media, look at your website to make sure that you're credible and you actually have like a license to do this stuff, right? So you need to be everywhere. And if you're just doing word of mouth, you're gonna lose because people are now hearing your name and then going online to look all this stuff up. Also, speaking of diversity, what if you put all your eggs in one basket online? For example, there's a buddy of mine that I know, electrical contractor, spent a couple grand a month with Angie's List for years. Built that up big time, like 50, 60 like 5-star reviews, had all their pictures, everything on Angie's List. And then Angie's List started to not work so well. And then when he called up and he said, hey, look, like it's not going so well, I want to cancel. Guess what happens to all those reviews, all those pictures, that entire profile? It gets taken down. Not completely taken down, but pushed down to the bottom of the page. So effectively everything that was done and all that hard work is now lost, right? It's gone. So you need to diversify online. I'm not saying don't build that up, but I'm saying if you put all your eggs into one basket, you're gonna be SOL. And to top that off, what happened with him was they continued to use that phone number online. So whenever somebody would call up looking for his company using the phone number that Angie's List would give, they would then say, oh no, they're no longer in business or we don't know what's happening. We'll give you a couple other contractors to use instead. So now what they were doing was they were effectively using his name to push his information out to other people. So you need to diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket ever. 2, leverage. There's a couple things we're gonna talk about with leverage, but here's the big one. There is this misconception in the contracting world and business everywhere that says if you do a great job and you build great stuff, then people will talk about you and you'll get work that way. And I'm not saying that's not true. What I am saying is that while that is true, you could really expedite the entire thing, right? If I build one person a website, am I just gonna sit back and wait for him to tell everybody else about this website? Or do I then leverage that website? Push it out to my social groups, advertise it, put it on my own website to say, look, I built this person's website. And that is what leverage is all about. You need to take all the great stuff that you're doing for customers and put that online. Show people this is what it's like to work with you. Because whenever you can't figure out what content, what video to shoot, what pictures to post, just show what it's like to be one of your customers, right? Obviously, step 1 is going to be do a good job, because if you suck at this stuff, then it doesn't matter how much leverage you put out there, they're going to figure this stuff out do a good job, and then show what it's like to be one of your customers. All right, it's not that difficult. You just got to do it. So leverage what you're already doing. All right, and then also, as far as leverage goes, speaking of content, whenever you have videos, right, or you have pictures, let's say you have this big customer base, this email list of past customers that you like or that you know, send this out to them. Give them helpful tips, because what that's going to do is you just spent all this time, renovating a kitchen. You took pictures of it, and then what happens a lot of times? It falls on deaf ears because people just put it online on their Facebook, and unless a million people share it, nobody knows about it, right? Push this back out to your old list to say, hey, look, we just did this, because somebody who maybe you renovated their bathroom 5 years ago, now it's time to get the kitchen done, and they were trying to figure out when that right time is, and guess who just got back in their sphere? You did. So you need to leverage all the stuff that you're doing online, because I know what I used to do. So with my dad's company, when I first started all this blogging, I would write a blog, I would put it online, and then I didn't know how to actually push it out to the masses. Right? I had no idea. So I spent years and years, and thank God this was back in like 2014. So blogging was big, but it wasn't nearly as big as how it is today. Google picked it up much faster. Now you need to take that blog, or this is what we do, is if we take, we made a new blog, if it makes sense, take it, we put it in a Facebook advertising campaign, we push it out to our client base, we do a lot of stuff with it. So imagine, you just built someone's kitchen, and then you then said, hey, do me a favor, take pictures of it and post it online and show all your friends, right? So it's leveraging exactly what you're doing without working that much harder. You just got to add on a little bit more to push it out. And that's really how you can leverage all your stuff. And then finally, social proof. We talked about that idea of referrals, right? I do way better with referrals. I don't do online marketing. People will look you up, all right? Your customer base is actually like 75% of your marketing department, whether you know it or not. Because think about it. It'd be more. One, referrals and past customers. All right, that right there, if that's 80% of your work is referrals, well, your past customers make up 80%, right? Reviews. Somebody new is gonna look at reviews, okay? And guess who's writing your reviews? Your past customers, okay? So yes, you may be saying, oh, I just do referrals only and stuff like that, but you need to be online. You need to show that you're a legit operation, all right? A lot of people want companies that are bonded and insured and stuff like that. Great, show that. Show that on your website. Show that on Facebook or wherever else you got to put it, because you need to look credible. You need to legitimize yourself. And if you're not doing that, then when they call you up, you're already almost digging yourself out of a hole. Why would you not want to be all over the internet and be a brand, so that way when somebody calls you up to get a bid or an estimate, they know everything about you. And they go, oh my God, the person answering the phone, this is the same person I watched all the videos of, isn't it? And you're like, yes, it is. It's way easier to sell when they feel like they already know you and they're ready to hire you before they even call you, and then it's your job just to not mess it up. So that's where social proof comes in. Show your work, get your reviews up there, and even if you work strictly on referrals, people will still go to the internet because they got to figure out your number and your email or whatever it is somehow. And guess what's going to be next to that email and phone number on your Google business listing? Your reviews. Legitimize yourself. So why do you have to be marketing your company online? One, to diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. People use the internet, so if you're going strictly off referrals, especially if your referral base is like, yeah, this one GC always throws me all my work, or this one store who actually sells the product but doesn't actually do the installation refers me. What if you have one bad experience with them and then they go, you know what, I'm done working with you. There goes that referral source. If you don't have stuff to fall back on, you're SOL. Two, leverage. All the stuff that you do needs to be leveraged. So nothing that you're doing, none of your projects, none of the content you're putting online falls on deaf ears. All right, take one project, film the whole thing, take pictures of the whole thing, put it online in a blog or on Facebook. Then take that and either run advertising to it or share it out to your friends or put it in an email, send it out to past customers, potential customers. Just, you're putting in the hard work of actually doing the kitchen remodel. Make sure you leverage it properly. And finally, social proof. You need to have social proof that you're a legit operation, that people can trust you, especially if you're going into their home. Landscaping is one thing. Bathroom remodeler, where you're going in and you're gonna renovate their kid's bathroom, you need to be a legit operation and trustworthy, otherwise you're SOL. So make sure you hit on all three of these things, because it's really gonna skyrocket your business, especially if you're not doing it right now. Hope this helps. Do us a favor, hit the subscribe button so we can continue to bring you stuff like this, just breaking it down nice and simple, but stuff that'll really get you from step 0 to step 1, or 1 to 3, or 3 to 5, wherever you're at. Good luck. Thanks.